Don't play it style again.
All right. Silly of you to think that you could ever test overall. We will kill you. Silly of you to think that you could ever test the overall. We will kill you. They're just some jump on. I know that overall of the done you in a cloud. What could it be in you that people see? What could it be?
Say she want the farmer man. Yeah, man, and 30 representer me. I say check me up on the overall settings. This.
Yeah, you know it's your boy Jack and straight out of Canada. And overall setting.
Yo, this is the girl Joey Brooks, and I'll be on Overall Settings podcast.
I represent for Overall Podcast. You know, Overall Settings Podcast. See?
Watch me the please get the president. I know I represent for Overall Settings that develop the resident.
I will be on Overall Settings. And the Overall Settings Podcast.
People, you know it's the Overall Settings Podcast.
Overall Settings give thanks every day.
Overall Settings. Overall Settings Podcast.
I will be live on Overall Settings.
Overall Settings.
Pow, 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 pow. Way ho. Pow, 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 pow. Not because you're over there and I'm here, I'm with you. My heart, my soul, my love lies, we burn deep within, and my heart is with you, and my soul is with you, and the love we have goes on and on, yeah.
Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I remember when all you had to do was smile, lady, and everything about you fit my style. Nowadays all you wanna do is fuss and fight. Woman, you know deep in your heart that's just not right. I remember when all we really had was love, but we fit together just like hand and glove. So tell me where did the good times go? What happened to the love that used to flow? Tell me lady where we went wrong. Our love used to be so strong. Tell me where did the good times go? What happened to the love that used to flow? Tell me lady where we went wrong. Our love used to be so strong. The fancy clothes you've got, the way you wear your hair, does not replace your smile, not in a million years. Emptiness in your heart, that's hard to take. What happened to the love we made? What happened to the love we made? Contagious is that smile that you used to wear. Woman, I look at your face nowadays and that smile is not there. Look at our lives now, lady, they're torn apart. It shows in your face, oh, not just to your heart. So tell me where did the good times go? What happened to the love that used to flow? Tell me lady where we went wrong. Our love used to be so strong. Tell me where did the good times go? What happened to the love that used to flow? Tell me lady where we went wrong. Our love used to be so strong. Tell me where did the good times go? What happened to the love that used to flow? Tell me, lady, where we went wrong. Our love used to be so strong. The fancy clothes you've got, the way you wear your hair, does not replace your smile in a million years. Emptiness in your heart, that's hard to take. What happened to the love we made? What happened to the love we made? What happened to the love we made? What happened to the love we Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Damn, mommy, you look good, you know. I said, hold on, you know. Wow, you can't talk to me, call me dirty. You in a hurry? Yeah. Me, you 2 minutes of your time, no, man. So how your face been up, so?
My face?
Yeah. So hold on. Alright. Me say something you don't like? Alright, so let me say something you don't like, you know. So yeah, say, remember for that phone, you know. Alright. Oh, remember, go. Hello. What, Miss Attitude? Then yeah, man. How do you do? Just get the number, man.
DeVaré?
I say you call it.
Isn't that your name?
No, because my name Future was on that active.
Well.
So a pretty girl like you on the Friday night. So we can go on a date, you know, yes about that.
Well, I'm gonna have to think about that.
How long you thinking it'll take?
A long.
Time out, that's too long, you can't think that long, you will overthink.
Okay.
It was right from the very start. We knew it deep in our heart. This love was meant to be. And since we knew it all along, we built this thing strong and fill it with a memory. Now just look at you and me, as close as we could be here on love's natural high. Some said it couldn't last and tried to taint us with our past, but we just walk on by. So many tried and tried to break us down, but we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me. as I am yours and you are mine. Oh, many lovers come and go, but this love just grows and grows so stronger every day. This love grows stronger. So as the years they roll on by, I'm so proud of you and that you are here to stay. You see, we've been through thick and thin, but this love so deep within, that's why we've made it through. This kind of love is beyond compare. It's nice to know that you are here and I am blessed with you. So many tried and tried to break us down, but we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me. Say nothing stays the same, but our love will remain to pass the test of time. Just as long as I am yours and you are mine. They say nothing stays the same, but our love will remain to pass the test of time. Just as long as I am yours and you are mine. They say nothing stays the same, but our love will remain to pass the test of time. Just as long as I am yours and you are mine.
Overall Settings, the podcast that differs.
Yo. Yeah, you hear me?
Check.
Man, I
All right. Yes. You good?
Yeah, see it there.
All right.
Up look a bit.
Overall Settings, the podcast.
Yeah.
Check. One. All right. Minor technical difficulties, but
Overall settings.
nothing. Can't stop Jason from shine. Boy, that singer that body, man.
Yeah, man. DeVaré.
And you know what's missing from current dancehall? Me and somebody did have that conversation there. Even when we have Anthony Malvolp on the show. You remember back in them days, back like in the 80s, 90s, you have a variety of singers to listen to.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Make you want to hold a woman and wine pon her.
Yeah, man. And nowadays, there's only a selective few, and you know the one them will actually sing. Them a do more of a sing J style.
Sing J, yeah.
And we totally understand that the music evolves.
Right, and change up.
Yeah,
but
so
we still need.
Yeah, we're not really lick out for nobody's thing.
No.
Can you them a do them thing?
Yeah.
Them definitely a do them thing, but boy, them singer missing.
Yeah, man. We need them.
They're missing.
Remember a foundation. You know?
I want to you, man.
Foundation.
And some of the man influence them like you can clearly hear it in I'm delivering them cadence and how I'm delivering song them. So here we go. Without further ado, what the world has been waiting for.
Mr. DeVaré.
Welcome to the platform, General. Welcome. Yeah, man. Hold on.
We not hear you.
We not hear you now. And it look like you think, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see what going. It might be something on our side. I was hearing you loud and clear earlier. With such a magnificent intro, man. I want that, man.
Yeah, tell you.
I want the shot, man. The shot, man. But you know, say Mickey string up with something them.
Mickey.
Mickey settings. Remember saying me for call him name every show, you know.
Right.
Mickey settings string up with something.
I'm gonna make sure that one can me gonna call him name to Mickey settings.
I will carry you the man, you know. well, give me a second. DeVaré, you may have to log in and log out back, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna check out something on my end. Ladies and gentlemen, DeVaré is here right now is here right now. We're having some little technical difficulties, but
minor difficulties.
All right, everything
Yeah,
up, everything up over here, everything up over here. So why are we not hearing him? All right, I just heard that loud and clear. Let me see what I go on again. General.
Still not here.
What is man?
Let's go on, hold on, people. Technical difficulties. We are sort it out.
Talk again. Talk again. Talk. Hello?
I'm not hear you now, Fico.
Check. One. You not hear me now?
No.
One.
Yeah, hear me?
One.
Yeah.
Check. One.
Yeah, hear me?
Yo.
Check.
You hear me? I hear you. I'm not hear Fico. Yeah, see it there. Go on. Yeah. Let Michelle have the shorts.
All right. Yeah, the one now work good.
Yeah.
But we're not hearing DeVaré, and I don't understand what's going on. It doesn't say that his mic is muted. Everything is up. Hold on. All right, me just mute him mic, me unmute it. And I was hearing him loud and clear. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I can clearly see him on the screen. He's here. So you know, so it's not a fraud thing. I don't know if they had them know sign language, but
no, we're not gonna go there. We're gonna start it out.
We're try to start it out right now. We might need an interpreter. Yeah.
Check.
Jaja, I don't know what going like. Yeah, I don't know what. Don't know what going, brother. I did that hear him loud and clear a while ago, you know. Well, let me see what going. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Remove that. DeVaré.
If you are here, we have you on. If you are here,
he's definitely hearing us.
All right,
he's hearing us loud
we just
and clear.
Can't hear you.
I'm not sure what happened. You want to try to log out and log in again one more time? Or we may have to send you another link if that doesn't work. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, DeVaré is here. And we're not going to, trust me. For the people that just log on, please share the live. Overall settings, the podcast that differs, they don't know there are certain things beyond our control that we cannot take care of. You know what I mean? I was just joking about Mickey settings. He did a very good job stringing up. We're hearing ourselves loud and clear. We were actually hearing DeVaré a while ago, but for whatever reason, we're not hearing him now. He just logged out and is gonna try to log in.
You want to drop a video in the meantime for DeVaré? People go on, take him in.
All right, no problem. We're gonna send him another link, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we can do that. That means we have to stop the live and start a new one. Yeah. Sorry, Charlie. Hello, good night from Brazil, Jaja. Big up Brazil, Panelai. Big up.
Live.
I don't want to say your name wrong. Fabricio.
Respect.
Fabricio. There for the man. Boy, everybody lock and load. Big up John's Kitchen. Yeah, big up John's Kitchen in the building. Big up all of the people that are up on the live right now. So here what we are going to do. Here what we are going to do. Here what we are going to do. We're going to drop on next. Yo, drop a DeVaré song there, please, in the meantime.
Okay, but with the same link. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. So we're there trying to get the minor technical difficulties behind the scenes taken care of. DeVaré is here. Please hold tight. Big up the people them in Brazil. Big up the people them in Jamaica. Big up the people them are foreign. Big up the people them down in Florida, which part DeVaré that. Big up all of the DeVaré fans for the live. Big up all of the overall setting followers. All right, no problem. He's working out the technical difficulties. In the meantime, please share the live wherever you are. It doesn't cost $1 to share the live. And while we are waiting on DeVaré to arrive, we're gonna play some of his sweet music out of his catalog. We're also going to ask you to subscribe to the channel. You know, see it because we have Wolipa artists. John Kitchen has been sending us a lot of artists these days. John Soul Kitchen and big up,
big up John Kitchen.
Yeah, man, big up Redeemer, big up all of the people and big up all of the artists and we are forward pan alive. You know, man, say DeVaré is gonna be a joy tonight and you don't know. So drop a DeVaré song there.
People are gonna talk about this love that we found, and other people gonna try to get you down. But I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. No, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. People who love to talk will always have something to say. And it no matter what you do, they gonna talk anyway. Some of them go run off their mouth.
Stop. Make a test for see if we're hearing first. DeVaré, are you hearing us?
I bet say you hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we'd have to refresh the browser, just get out altogether, because whatever it was corrupted, so it just wouldn't work, you know what I mean? So we'll just get out altogether and return, and here we are, DeVaré Day. Hey, you know I'm gonna force you to read that introduction in my vex, you know?
Yeah, you see.
No.
It was so organic and perfect and real that I don't even think we could even redo it.
You know, so I actually really think you can't reproduce that because that was so natural. If you try to do it again, it's gonna feel fuddle-duddle. You know what I mean? It's not all right, brother. For real, man.
For real. Before.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Me hear you, man. Me hear you good.
Yeah,
loud and clear.
Loud and clear, man. Loud and clear.
Remember, say I want sing on the panel live tonight, yeah. So you need to let go that Barry my white voice there, brother.
Tonight is DeVaré's night.
Oh my gosh. Hey, one thing, you know, you see, and people know, so we're gonna tell them this, you know. You want me I know. You see, this world does not offer perfect human beings. You get what I say? You see, all right, you hear that a while ago? But I always have my phone for mute for them thing and I hear that cluck. You understand? Because I had to turn it on to communicate with you guys to get this stuff worked out. But here's the thing, right? I wouldn't have to apologize for none of this. Here's what we're gonna say. You see, the moment anyone start to believe that there is a perfect world, you need to change your name to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, rate that.
You follow what I say? Yo, and guess what? I heard you say it earlier now. The show must go on.
Exactly.
We there, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full of vibes.
I love your energy, dude.
Yeah, full of vibes.
Right off. Just love it.
I want
natural, bro. I don't have to put on no pretense. It's just me and John Kitchen who tell you that day in, day out. Every time you look, what you see is what you get. You understand? And for me, listen, let me put it to you honestly, and straight up. Life is so short. Life is too short. For one, carry bags, and for two, I waste it a mean mug. It don't make no sense, brother. That now go get you nowhere. So I just live, because I want to live right up until I'm dead. I just want to just live. So everyone who come in contact with me must come in contact with what I say. Life.
Energy.
Rate up, man.
Real.
Big up another amazing voice for the live right now. Pinky famous, now known as Tishana. You know, see it and she said, but
I hope you didn't freeze it.
Oh my God. We're going. Technical difficulties again. But remember, the show must go on.
Right?
The show must go on.
Anything good no come easy, boy. I tell you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Would it just freeze up just now for a second again? But we're good again.
No problem. Yeah, no,
Famous. I heard you say Pinky Famous though. So Pinky Famous, big up yourself. You don't know.
Yeah, man. Bad artist on the live right now. She actually was the one who did the rendition of "Silly of Me" when I
Oh
opened.
yeah, and that was beautiful. Pinky Famous to the world. Yeah, yeah, man.
She's on the live right now. She actually came and almost made us retire last week. I was like, yo, her talent is so phenomenal. I don't even think I want to do any more shows after this. Like, I just want to just listen to her.
And then you get humble old me to follow her on the stage. Yeah, that's what you call a setup. Oh my gosh, if I had known. And you know, let me tell you something. Look, you see the chair? You see the chair? No, you see the chair? You see the chair? I can't go on at the table, no, brother. I can't just sleep on the table and just go on like I just, you know what I mean? But just,
not like that with me. Not like that. Not like that. No, but we've ventured into St. Thomas quite a few times now since we started this.
True.
The likes of Shined, the likes of Wormbase last week, and you know,
that's a personal friend, you know.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, man.
Small world.
Wow.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, man.
We've been to St. Thomas quite a few times.
Yeah, man. And I hope they sing live. Taros live up. I'm not sure if up them born and grow up. No, it's up them live.
Right, and we're happy to be back there once again with the likes of DeVaré. So,
St. Thomas.
you know, and I know that, you know, although there's a plethora of talent coming out of St. Thomas right now. You know what I mean? You have the whole east side, and you know what I mean, obviously
you have Popcorn, you have Jabooks. Oh my gosh, we could have stood on your stand and talk about that for hours, bro.
Yeah, man, for real. So, you know, what I would like to do is get in an intricate, you know, understanding of what your upbringing in St. Thomas was, the early days. And, you know, I noticed you didn't start doing music until much later, but it obviously had to have some type of influence on you growing up there. So,
all right, so let me give you that. All right, so we're going to start at inception. It was born in me. This is a hand-me-down talent, yeah? It came from my grandmother as far as I can remember. She never really sang though, she hummed. But she had this beautiful humming voice that it would break any stress, bro. No matter how you come in and you're vexed because them boy and you out a road and you lose all of your marble or whatever it is, you would come in and you would hear this woman just humming, and bruh, it would take you to a place unbelievable. Then my mom sang in church. She was like head of the choir and that kind of stuff, right? But me, you know, I've always been a rebel. So even though I would sing in church as a young man, I diverted from that later on as I started to become a teenager and start chasing the women. You know what I mean? So, so I never really focused on music. And I tell you honestly why I didn't. I was able to see others struggle like crazy. This was before the advent of the internet. So I watched others struggle to put pot on the fire chasing music. And some of them never really got close enough. You see what I mean? So I was a child prodigy. I was born with the brain, the kind of kid who go down a playfield, go smoke weed instead of go class and still ace the test. You know what I mean? So with me now, I breezed through high school, and by the time I get to mid-teenager, here comes responsibility, because I wanted to help my little brother. I wanted to help my little sister. I wanted to help my struggling mom and my struggling grandmother. So I focused on going out and helping to put food on the table, right? By the time I start to get into my own, I realized, because I got the opportunity to migrate to America, I realized that time is changing to a point where even for work on a garbage truck, you're going to need at least a high school diploma, so to speak, right? And so looking at this in perspective, I focused my energy on getting myself into a college, because that wasn't the hard part, and setting up wherein I am sure that when my kids are hungry, I know where the source of food was coming from. I wanted to be in control of that, right? So fast forward to early 20s by the time my first child was born, right? And I'm looking now at saying, okay, I need this paper, and I'm in college and I'm doing this thing. When I stepped out, I started to do the odds and ends that you have to do before you can establish yourself. And then I became a contractor further on down the line. right? But always and always go back to inception. Music was a part of me. It was inside of me. You ever hear the term, a music chose me and a me chose it? Well, I don't really use that term, but what I'm saying is I chose to let the music surface because other people were starting to say, you've got this thing that I always knew I had, but I never focused on it.
You got it. You got it.
I went to England. Yeah. So I went to England, bro, and I saw a situation, and plus I was homesick. And you would have never believed what happened. Same as it come to me, the situation, I grab a piece of paper and a pen and I write it down, but I didn't read what I write. I just write straight, and I stick the book back in the back. I had gone to England to chase music, right? And I went to the studio and I gave it to the person who had me come there. And him said, yo, brother, make us a this and that lie. And I said, oh, you mean me lie, my old? Man, you have to stop tell lie, man. I said, I chat about. Man said, you're homesick down. I was like, wow. Oh, snap. It's like a light go off in my head, right? Because here I am putting down how I feel. And like I said, I never read it. And someone else is interpreting how I feel in stark detail. This says, no, you got two talents, right? Now, with my journey in life, I have seen people do a whole lot more with a whole lot less. You see what I say? Yeah. So based on that, I could not throw away two talents. So I committed myself to say, look, you earn a decent living as it is already. You can take a percentage of that living and you can let the people decide. You understand? Now, remember, I'm semi-independent. I chose to create my own sound. You understand me? You remember you talked about it just now? I wanted it to be an authentic, old style sound, rubber dub, real one-drop sound. And that's what I did. So here we are.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Wow. What an amazing...
We need it.
What an amazing journey. Like, well, I think you have a little competition and the man not singing. And the man not singing. Like, we don't know. We feel like, all right, we're out of retirement now. Ready.
Okay.
You won us over. All right. So he gets the gold card. He goes to the next round. Now.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, Simon Cole.
You're bloody amazing. But you know, so that's very interesting, and then the way that you articulate, that journey is it makes it more intriguing and interesting, and I'm sure your fans and the new fans that you gain, you have to have a story that aligns with the music that you sing.
Precisely.
I'm an artist as well, and a lot of times, I ran into that. I'm kind of like similar to you as far as like you like to sing about life, you like to sing about love.
Yeah.
You are more of like a ambassador for the people who don't have the voice that you have. And
OMG. Somebody told you to say that?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, man.
You want to know something funny about this? The vibe, the feel, everything, even listening to you talk. If you notice, I'm fully attentive. I'm there 100%.
Right.
I'm going to say something, right?
Just the energy, brother.
Yeah, man, I realize it.
Yeah.
You see, gratification, a lot of people mistake money as the thing that brings gratification to life itself. They are so wrong. Because we have never met. Let's put that out into the open. We have never even had a 5-minute conversation outside of this moment here and now. And to sit here and see you give me the highest reward that I can ever possibly get, which is my peers in the business that have nothing to gain by being a yes man for me, tell me somebody does something good. There is no greater gratitude. I'm telling it to you straight and raw as I can. There is no greater, not money, not nothing. That is my drive right there. And I have said it on interviews before. What drives me is to hear the people who matter, the people who know what they're talking about, say to me that you have something that you're doing. Don't ever stop doing it. That is what it is for me, bro. Straight up.
Just the pure love and joy of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And that's why I can relate, and we can speak on that level because it's a different type of connection. You know what I mean? Like the average person who we're on a journey together, so it's like the journey that we embarked on. We don't necessarily have to know each other, but we know why we're here.
Right, precisely. We know the reason. That's the key.
Yeah,
I have said, and just to interject to bring this to your attention, I have actually said that when I go back and I read what I write, not sing it, not hear it in that term, but just read it and look at how the words come out, it's almost to say I am writing a greeting card. I remember one time I had a situation and I really couldn't get the words across to what I wanted to say to the person. And I went into a Walgreens store and I stayed there for maybe 25 minutes searching for the right card. And you see, the moment I opened the right card and read the first line, I knew what I wanted to say in those words. And so that's what I equate it to. It's like I have the gift to say, especially for men, because some of the time we struggle to really say, oh, we're feeling it, brother. You understand? And I have a way of bringing that across. That's my gift, of bringing it across and saying it for that person. And the truth is, flip that coin over and look on the other side and tell me honestly that you don't know a whole heap of songs that have said what you wanted to say better than you could ever say it.
Hey, if you look up and down my Facebook page, a lot of them are like a lot of the quotes that I put up my songs and
See, that's what I mean. True. That's how it go, bro.
Hey, DeVaré, my name is just make it talk for me.
Yeah, man. That's how I go. And me also have others that talk for me in another way. So it's an amazing thing. Like you say, we all have a purpose, and knowing that reason and finding that space, and in other words, getting where you fit in, it's an amazing thing because trust me, if it is such that you have to ask somebody to say something for you, nothing wrong with that because we can't all have it all, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right. So, I noticed that you said you went to England in pursuit of music.
Yes.
And so did you do any recordings, any type of shows?
Honestly, I did one. And what happened, it was, you see that same kind of vibe here. When I went to see the person, it wasn't the greatest day, and he didn't want to be in that weather because we had to drive like about maybe 20 minutes to the studio. He didn't want to be in the weather. So we were just chilling, just chilling in the living room and talking and stuff. And he was like, so I hear this and I hear that. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, what you hear from others is what you hear from others, but I could show you what I could do if you want me to. And honestly, he went into a crate, a literal milk crate, and he whipped out this microphone and he plugged it up to his interface and checked it, and he gave it to me and put on some beats. Around the fourth or the fifth one, something caught my ear. And I'm actually going to give you this because you won't actually ever get to hear it. It went like this. It goes, it's a hard kind of living, because this is such a monetary world. Yes, it's a hard kind of living, because only rich men have him diamond and pearl. And that was the hook for the song, right? The other brethren was a DJ, and he started to drop some lyrics, bam, bam. And, we recorded that as like a demo. But guess what happened? The Great Recession hit. And it was just a really tough time across the world for everyone. And that sidetracked the entire project. You see what I mean? And then we just never got back to that space. That's all it was.
And then right around that time, you got homesick.
Well, being there, bro, let me tell you, being 4,000 miles, what is it? It's an 8-hour flight, yeah, some 4,000, something like that, miles from home with no family, and depending on someone else to put a roof over your head as an independent mind, that can make you homesick quick and fast.
Yeah, man, definitely. Definitely.
Rob somebody wrong out a door, you brother. You better find your way to the airport and book a flight.
because my question to you is gonna be why was England, if you had a connection there already that you chose to, that you went to?
Well, I went to a connection that was established because that person's mom lived in South Florida. So I met the person in South Florida. It was the first time anyone actually offered me to go into a studio and develop anything. You see what I mean? So based on that, it was a gamble. So it took me 4 months to make the decision. I really wasn't quick to do that because, as I just said earlier, to go and be dependent on someone else for food or shelter or anything to that effect to an independent mind, that is extremely difficult. So the person had a big house and they had space, and I knew his mom, and we talked about it over and over and over, and I went on a wing on a prayer. You understand? And it never turned ugly. It's not like the relationship ever turned ugly. It's still a good two brethren, same way. It's just that that wasn't meant to be in that way. And I choose not to put myself back in that environment because his dynamics changed. Like someone moved in with him. So now we have a woman in yard, and you understand what I mean? Like me say, she just wake up and come see in the fridge and drink some milk, because she never want you for drink another milk, then a problem. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to be smart. You can't just, you know what I mean? And I mean, I probably wouldn't say that to his face, but once the dynamic changes, no, it's not his house anymore, it's their house, and it doesn't matter whether or not she paying the mortgage. It only matters that she lived there. And so I don't want that type of a situation moving forward. So I started reintegrating myself with Jamaica. Right. And I built a studio there because I'm fiercely independent. Yes, brother. And so by doing this, it allowed me to, how you just say, be the captain of my own ship, so to speak.
And you can drink wherever you want, drink out of your fridge. Yeah,
by your own
yes, absolutely, I'm my fridge. Yes, sir.
But one thing that I admire, and one thing that I was unable to do on my journey until as of late, was one thing that I've learned and watching others, regardless of what their trade or whatever line of work they choose to embark on. Mm-hmm. The one thing that every successful person has in common is the ability to step out on faith. You know what I mean? And for you to do that, you know what I mean, leave out of your surroundings. Like it wasn't like you got fired from your job or you were down on your luck. You went to follow something that you aspired to do. And usually when pioneers set out on a journey, they go looking for something and end up finding something altogether different, but it still ties back in to what their initial search was.
Let them call it a leap of faith.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with both of you right now and tell you something, and then after I tell you something, I'm gonna tell you something else. Right? I hope John is listening because this is big. This is ginormous. You see that leap of faith?
I love this. I love this.
Ginormous. All right. So the leap of faith, all right? It brought me a song, and this song is going to touch you. It's going to move you, and it's going to solidify something in you that you can't believe was about to happen when you planned this evening this way. You understand? And it goes a little thing like this. So chapter 2. Listen to the cry of people in the street. There's a frown on the face of everyone you meet. They're saying that times have changed and this whole world is rearranged. Man, you just can't feed your family on minimum wage. Yet you go to work every day knowing you already spent your pay. Yeah, you cling real tight to hope, even though you know your pocket's broke. You better not laugh, man, this ain't no joke. You can't let go. You can't let go. You can't let go. You can't let go. But guess what, me I know? The cry is the same from people everywhere. It's like we're running out of love or we simply just don't care. Too much innocent blood I shed. You better watch your mouth or you end up dead. Just like Richie Spice tell you no already, say earth I run. Yo, Let me tell you something. That visit to England.
Right.
So you see that leap of faith?
Yes.
Maybe what I wanted didn't come from that leap of faith. But you see, when the master said, this is what you are going to do, dream on. You ain't going to be able to change that. The profoundness of that song is more than enough to cover all of that homesick, all of that drink out people juice out of them fridge and them cuss and all of them something there. You understand what I said to you? Did you just hear what I said, bro?
No,
I didn't make this up. I don't know where it come from, bro. All I can tell you is there was a lady that used to come down the hill every morning and she used to murmur and tuck in her jacket like so. And I said, if you got work, I don't know, lay down in a bed and hold you in a bed, you know, get up out of bed, go and do nothing. Me have to come in, come and watch play. And it's just a murmur, bro. And that's what came from it.
Right.
Mad.
Nah, man, I get it, man. Me hear your Lord. Me hear your Lord. Man, I tell us, the journey, brother, it's people with use a different side of their mind. Are like me and you. We understand. Because I didn't hear the song, I felt it. You know what I say? So it's
respect for that, bro.
The difference, you know. You know what I mean? When you feel a thing, when a certain frequency lick you, you know what I mean? It kind of channels you, you know, in a direction where, you know, it kind of define. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand how powerful music is.
See there? It transcends that language and agenda, man.
Yeah, man.
Universal language, man. Say that all well.
It equates to just about everything in life. Everything.
It can pull every single emotion from sadness to happiness, joy, everything. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're 100% on key with that, bro.
And to the people that are on the live, when I say this, I'm not talking about like turn on your radio, hear music. I'm talking about there's a reason why when you turn on your computer, it says ping. There's a reason why when you go in your car and it says do. All of that is music, and all of those are frequencies, and all of those, like you can literally lie in your bed, and when your car alarm goes off, you know it's your car alarm but it's music and it's the frequency that's hitting your ear that lets you know that it's your car.
Yeah, Fico.
Yeah, man.
Fico, and DeVaré. Fico does something to your mind and your soul. No, music touch you.
Yes.
Because two things me love do while I'm listening to music, and it's cook and clean.
Oh my gosh!
Clean when I listen. When you're clean, you never feel like say you're clean. If you're
time passes differently. This is correct. This is correct. Yeah, man. When you have a task at hand and you put on the type of music that you want to hear, it reduces the stress of the task. That's absolutely true.
And I love the ability that it has to put you wherever you want to be. So if you literally turn on a song from that your mom used to play when you were young, it takes you back to that moment in time. You know, if you remember your first girlfriend or your first love, you can draw for that. Or if you want to forget about her, there's a song.
Man, the breakup actually worked, you know, because you have some song that wrote that way.
I get mad a lot of times, you know, when people, you know, as an artist, as someone that, you know, God bestowed this on me and I don't water it down. I give it to the people the same way that I got it, you know, and I get, you know, I get mad with artists. I get mad sometimes, or I feel bad for the people who really don't understand the power within music and how it has the ability to bring people together. It also has the ability to segregate people. It has the ability to channel a certain energy. Like you see the violence that is taking place in the streets right now. It is a direct. When you're hearing a song, you see the youth, the amount of road.
Yeah, man, it's a byproduct. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I want to tell you, it's funny because people who love to say you become a product of your environment because of poverty. So they latch that statement onto poverty and forget that the environment itself isn't only about the lack of funds to put food on the table. The environment is also how you raise your children. If you raise your child and at age 4, you cuss your child, literally, I tell them, say them, nah, go come to nothing, them just like them papa, or them just like them mother, or whatever, is exactly the same thing. So it's an overall environment. So if you weren't nurtured in a situation where, like I was saying to you earlier, music can help you carry the load, because life ain't never gonna get easier. It's always going to be tougher as you go. Whether it's your body or the environment that you can't control around you is going to change. And these changes are going to bring profound differences as you move forward. You see what I mean? So if you don't have something to go back to, brother, like how me and you have music for quiet the noises. If you don't have something to go back to, you see any other something will make noise, and that's your fine, brother.
At the end of the day, remember, party is meant to bring people together so people enjoy it. You understand?
But you did mention that, though. But you did mention that at the dance keep the people quiet, Where you're going to turn the whole life party them.
Yeah.
True.
Music, man.
So on this journey that we're on now, so we've left England and we went back home, and and once you got back home now, like, and you firmly like place your feet on the ground, you started to build your own studio. Like, what was the next step, to embark on this recording career that you've been holding on for the past 10 years?
Okay, so once I was able to get that point of release, in a sense, then, right, the other main thing to do was to get the music to a level. So quality control became a big deal. So once the quality control was in, and you mentioned so eloquently, St. Thomas, I love music that's played by ear. So I grab a microphone and I sing a key, and the keyboard player find that key, work out the progressions, and then we have something to and you start to hear the music form. Now, I notice you rock just now. You know why you rock? Because of what we were just talking about. Music has that power to do this. So the vibes start to get created and the feels start to come together. It's an amazing thing to watch. If you could just be a fly on the wall, quiet, nobody knows you're there. And for watch this thing come from zero to this, it's an amazing thing to watch. So it's a fulfillment. So as I'm spending money doing this, and remember, I'm not spend my dinner money, I had a percentage of me said this money is going to go here. So, right, I start to realize that the music can't do nothing on the hard drive. It needs to get out of there and get to a place. So come 2014 now, I said, all right, to my guys, we're going to put one song in the public sphere and see what they do with it. Once I put that song, and that song is called This Your Love Is Here to Stay. Once I put that song in the public sphere, I started to watch the reaction. And meanwhile, as the reaction is starting to take shape, we say, okay, let's aim for an EP, because an album, a full album, is a hell of a lot more expensive. You see what I mean? So we started to aim towards the EP. Now we're just on the outskirts of the recession. And with the recession, the dynamics around music changed. Selling music became a thing of the past. You couldn't now focus so much on selling music. It started to be where you have to perform and you have to merchandise. That's how money is made in the business. Right? So with me being the businessman, I am a student of this. I'm a student of both the art itself and the business itself. So I'm checking this and I'm watching that trend happen, and I'm learning how to move, to package this thing in a particular way and create the interest. And I'm learning the cost, the physical cost, monetary cost involved in this, right? And I made a solemn promise to my guys. So me I go kick down the gate, because it got some gatekeepers, and me I come with sledgehammer and fire torch. Me a bunny dog. You understand? And so I started focusing my energy heavily on that. And then I learned something. Okay? This is another thing that I'm going to say. This is a business. This has always been a business. This will, if you intend to ever eat from this, be a business. You must treat it like a business. You must think of it like a business. And so I realized something that I heard at one point from my drummer start to materialize. That something is that when you get up on the stage in front of people you don't know, with a song they don't know, Lullaby, 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 bye, bye, bye. Lullaby, lullaby. And everybody drop asleep on your brother. So what you got to do is you got to give them something familiar, right? So I started to really mix that, think about it deeply and profoundly, and I realized that there is heavy truth to it. So what I did was I decided to spend some money and make a complete cover album to introduce myself to the people.
Wow.
So that's what I did.
Wow.
You understand? Because remember, I'm self-financed and I have a way of looking at it and I say, okay, I have $100, 10% at $10. What can I get for the $10? And I go shopping. You see what I mean? And once I do that, when I come back from shopping, I might not come back with $10 worth of goods. I might not get all the goods I thought I would get, but I will have learned what the prices are. Does that make sense? So that's what I did. And so that album is actually called, let me just plug the album real quick. It's called Reflections. It's available everywhere that's music is available. So yeah, once I did that, I had catalog, right? So 12 and 6 is 18. So the 6-song EP and 12, and I think I took maybe 2 off of the EP if I'm not mistaken. And I dropped a couple of singles in between there somewhere. So all of a sudden now, here we are in 2019, 2020. And I'm looking at the marketplace and I am throwing line in the water every which way to try to find a manager. Every which way, because I realized, like I said, remember I said when I come back from shopping, I might not come back with all the goods I go to buy, but I will have learned, one, where to find them, and two, the cost of those goods. And so by the time they start to happen, you know something, call one! And I reeled in a manager. You see when that happened, brother? The help that I needed to handle the other part, which is the business part, became my partner, my musical wife. You understand? And I set out to treat this person with the utmost respect as my other half. Young ones listening to me, hear me and hear me seriously. Treat this person with respect as my other half. One hand can't clap. See there? One hand cannot clap. You say one hand wash the other, the two hand wash the face. So that person means everything to me as my musical partner, and I treat accordingly. You see that treatment then over there? It bear fruit, 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 because all of a sudden someone come to realize in this business that there are still real people. There are people who deserve them attention and them energy. And that is what been blossoming for me. I met John Kitchen through this. You understand? And that John Kitchen name you hear me mention is an intricate part of me moving forward, because there is so much to learn and he's got so much to teach. You understand? There's so much to be provided and he's got so much to provide. So as I build the team, I remember dealing with business in college, and there is a saying that goes like this: first you build the team and then the team will build the business. And I apply that and I see the fruits of success. Fast forward, here we are in 2021.
Yeah, man, the teamwork make the dream work, you know?
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, man.
And you said so the song, the first single that you actually put out, what was the name of it again?
This Your Love Is Here to Stay.
Yeah, drop it.
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah,
drop that song there
right now.
Yes. All right.
People are gonna talk about this love that we found, and other people gonna try to get you down, but I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. No, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. People who love to talk will always have something to say. And it no matter what you do, they're gonna talk Anyway, some of them go and run off them mouth. You're my girl, are you run the route? So step up and go and plant your clout. And if them come into your yard, just run them out. Cause I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, cause this your love is here to stay. And all the haters gonna hate, that's what haters do. So all the hate they gonna hate, don't let it get to you. They gonna do what they wanna do, so just do what pleases you. Long as you know your love is true, I won't leave, I'm gonna stay right here with you. Cause I don't care what people say.
The word is so true and powerful.
Yeah, man, yo, that song, yeah. Have a vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely have a vibe. I feel it. Pick up everybody for the live, you know. This your love is here to stay.
DeVaré. This love that we found, and all the people gonna try to get you down, but I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. No, I don't care about the games they play, cause this your love is here to stay. People who love to talk will always have something to say. And it no matter what you do, they gonna talk anyway. Some of them go and run off them mouth. You're my girl, are you run the route?
Stop.
So step up and go and plant your clout.
So I'm like 19. Well, on man. I'm like 1987. I'm like Trilla You. I'm like Luke. I'm like Maxi Priest. I'm like, that's where I'm at right now when I close my eyes.
Real authentic.
Yeah, that's where I'm at when I close my eyes.
Real authentic.
You know?
What inspired you to write that song?
You know, here's something that you're gonna learn about me now, and this is gonna even make you think a little deeper and harder. So I was on a construction site, and I had a construction meeting in the morning with the boss and a couple of other people because there were things about to change. And there was this guy that him and his lady was expecting a baby, and the boss for the site went to bat for this guy. He literally put every 2 cents he could put in for this man to keep his job for another month or however long, right? And this guy wasn't aware, right? Come Friday, chopping I go on, but he get begged for, right? But he wasn't aware. So the lunch truck come, and I was in an area working on a circuit that they couldn't see me because of a bamboo, and there was a bench there that these people, once they buy the food from the food truck, they go to this bench and they sit down and eat. Now this is the part that's going to squeeze your throat a little. You see that same guy? He was ripping the boss to shreds, bro. How they gonna run him away and this and that and whatever and blah. But John was star, you know. And I'm hearing this, and I look around the corner through the bush, and I hear the man attack, and I watch the man attack, and I just couldn't believe it, man. And this thing, these are the words that come to me. You see people who love chat, them always I go say something, you know. Them just always I go just because that's what they do. And you see hater, no matter how you check it, hater, I jab him, I go hate. You understand? And you know, I couldn't get it out of my head, bro. I couldn't get it out of my head.
Yeah, man, I look out for me.
See, you understand him have a knife for the man short. And the idea now is such that, remember we went into music and how it is. It wasn't so much about being a love song, but it was so much about, you know, so you say, if me say, me love the overall settings crew and me nah stop support them. You know, so there's always somebody, oh, you're an idiot, you can come chat about man. Man can love man. Yo, you know, see your body, man. All right, and you understand? There's always some negative that, and you know, they won't keep it to themselves. They got to blah, 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 out of the mouth. And so that song was basically addressing these folks, the kind that inspired the song, and the people who, generally speaking, especially too in a relationship, because I never could have believed, say, misery could have loved so much miserable company. Before you pick up this woman, nobody no see her, brother. And as soon as you and her start to vibe and it start to get nice, everybody and their mother see her down so, see her around so, see her do this, and it's the same when you flip the script. So it's like I just had to put it in that way because it's easier to grasp to, and moreover, I write on inspiration. So my inspiration was to make sure to tell the people, say, you see if them coming at your yard and you know, say, I saw them steer, run them out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, boy, DeVaré, boy, I'm not telling you, brother. Your reasoning and novel. Are you always this animated?
You know, honestly, yeah. Because here's the thing. You see, on the flip side of that, if I don't like you, I don't talk. I don't say nothing.
Right.
I'm just bland and blunt. Just yeah, man. You know what I say? I work with me one day and just get the inspiration for that song there. Yeah, man. November, man, I straight up Scorpio to the bone.
Well, me a November man too, but me a Sagittarius. Is it?
Same. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Say,
Wally passion. It's just a thing what flow within me. And like I say, you see, from a feel your vibe, I feel your energy. And I always say dogs are like that, where they can identify that bad energy. You see, once you have that negative energy there, I'm about to take up myself. You understand? Me really, you hear me cut the interview already and tell you say something, man. You understand? I just mean that. But you see, outside of that, real quick, let me just say this. Sorry, I mean to cut you off. This is entertainment. And you are here to entertain on your platform and you invited me. So guess what? Me not come here to shy up, brother. Me don't know nothing about that. Me come here to have fun with the item and just, you understand, and make people have some fun. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
I think, you know what I think? I think it's a St. Thomas thing. Because Shine come out with him with that sound effect them.
Yeah.
You might be with a sound effect. You might have sound up. You might give a live concert for the life. You might do all type of shit.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, LeBron, I know LeBron, you know, and he's from okay, so one of these guys that was in the early days was producing me, that they're neighbors. So that's how I met him.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but me I tell you, brother. And then Worm Bass come last week with that energy where man.
Oh my God. All right, you can't stop him, man. That energizer bunny that the brother.
Yeah, man. You know, man.
Worm Bass, man.
I must see something in the water when I drink over there. Or something.
You gotta be in the water or in the air. Yeah, man.
Big.
I remember one of my bona fide brethren, Stammer, you know. Him come up, yeah, and me I tell you, say, is a youth where him inspire me. I St. Thomas him come from to him actually him and Louis Rankin are first cousin. God rest. And Louis Rankin is a St. Thomas man as well. But them man there when them call me, you know, man. You don't see that. You walk on you could this year could do, you know, man. I'm telling you, you know.
Yeah.
I said my deal.
Energy. Yes, I.
All the while, you know, we can't like me that look at him and say, yo, when we done, I say, well, I'll get something to eat. Yo, let me tell you something.
We'll get something for you tonight.
A food we'll get. A food
we'll get tonight. Yeah. We're not ramping to get a food right there. Yeah, man.
And the vibes that we get from the item.
Yeah, man. But you have to love life, because if you've ever seen tragedy, you understand, if you've ever understood what it takes to actually even motivate someone else, you know, you might have a family member that just I go through some changes and need some motivation. You come for respect life, you know. And you see, once you respect life, you get full of it. You understand? And especially if you get the miracle of the gift to uplift another person, you have to use it, man. You have to use it because we're not all the same. We don't all have the same strength, you know. You see what I say? Because I have members in my family, members for my team, or I might catch. And if me lean over too hard, at them have to stop me from hitting the ground. I'm going to respect that. And then it changes hands. And me have to, you understand, give back the same energy. Even other musicians in the business. You understand what I say? When I around them people there, I always make them understand. So watch on man, nobody feel like you're a burden of everything. Because you see me, I smile. You know? It has nothing to do with all of that, you know, brother. But if you wear your emotion on your sleeve, then generally you look for pity. And pity can't do nothing because that don't pay bills. You see what I'm saying? You have to pick up yourself by your bootstraps and keep it moving in a positive direction. That's the only way, because yesterday will be here no more. You got to look forward to tomorrow. You follow me, my brother? Simple as I go.
Yes, yes. And as you mentioned other artists, I noticed that you mentioned people like Sam Cooke as some of your inspirations, and you know, Barry Salmon, and you know, just to name a few. Who are some of the other people that you would either like to collaborate with, or you know what I mean, or even just do a show with, or just like to be able to
Let me tell you this. You're not gonna believe this. This is gonna knock you out of the park for 6. You know what I really love collab with? Tanya Stevens.
Wow.
She is so intricately lyrical that I feel like when I walk away from that session, the height that I'm gonna be on, my feet won't touch the ground.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
She is lyrically, you know what I mean? Because I don't know her outside of her music, but yeah. And as a legend and an elder, I'm gonna tell you a little connecting story to this. I made it a point of duty in the early days, as I said, I'm a student. I made it a point of duty to seek out Barry Hammond to learn from him. I did not want him to put me on musically because I never approached him like that. And I did it on my own, right? And this is not easy. And when I went to the studio and they give me like a static at the gate anyway, them let me in, I'm going, and his manager, I think her name is Miss Wright or something like that. Anyway, she kind of gave me that little cold shoulder type of thing, you know, because I was persistent. And Barris was behind the door. I didn't know he was behind the door. But from where she's standing and you open the door, the desk is straight in front of you, and then you open the door towards him, right? And she's right beside the desk, between the desk and Barris. And she's not looking at him. She's looking directly at me. She's talking. And I was like, well, if you have goals in life and you don't pursue those goals, you'll never attain those goals. And right as I said those words, Barris pulled the door in some more now and handed her some paper that looked like probably like bills. And him get up and him say, and him grab me by my shoulder, turn me around and walk me outside. And we went outside and we sat on Harmony House steps. And you see the same vibes that happened to you when we just started talking? Exactly the same happened. We talked out there for more than an hour until Len came in through the gate. Len being his nephew coming through the gate. That's what broke up that conversation. We talked about all kinds of things that you would never imagine. You would have thought we grew up together. We still do this to this day. When we go up our Harmony House,
wow.
If it's not for him to go into the booth, nobody cannot break that conversation.
Wow.
That's just the way it is. And for me, that is feeding off of a good energy, not necessarily to help write a song. I wrote a song because of this, you know, but outside of that, right, it feed me with good energy because I know his story. He's older than I am, so I know his story. So from respect of that story and appreciation of that story, I mold myself in a particular way to not fall on a certain, you know what I mean? He gave me 6 weeks. He gave me 6 weeks and he said these 3 words to me: look, listen, and learn. Just the other day, I reminded him of that and him laugh, sip him around and look at me and laugh again because he can't believe I remembered that. But those are the things that I take away from these type of meetings. As you mentioned, Sam Cooke, all these other people. When I look at what they did with what they have, remember segregation, brother. Remember, so even in Jamaica, we did have segregation too. Remember when them used to cut off Rastaman with ratchet knife? You understand? So I'm saying with what they had to endure and how they made it, that's my inspiration. That's what I draw from. I'm independent musically, so I don't tend to want to emulate any of them. But speaking of collaboration, I'm going to say another female, Marcia Griffiths, right? As far as a dancehall artist, I wrote a song for me and a dancehall artist, and I would really love Bounty Killer to give me the time of day to do this song. It would become an anthem. You understand? If it doesn't work, my second choice is Agent Sasko. I think he's amazing. So those are two males right there. I guess we can say on the dancehall side, and one in the singing arena. Now I'm gonna say something right now, which is very important. I met someone along this journey by the name of Imar Shepherd. He's also another St. Thomas man. And I hope I don't die before the day come when me and Imar can do a collaboration. He mentioned that earlier today in an interview also. And there is a profound reason for that. It's to see that him come from one side of St. Thomas, him come from West St. Thomas, me come from East St. Thomas. And we met just like two passing people on the street, we met. And then it's almost like this is a brother from another mother. You see what I'm saying? And that connection is not easy to find in people, especially in this business. It's more like this. These are the kind of people you find. Right? I saw them still. And so, you're back. You follow me? And to meet people in this business that are pure and clean in them spirit makes me just want to do something with this artist. And I think that's quite a few people. As I go along the journey, more will come up. You know what I mean? But those are the people I have at the top of the list at this time.
Yeah. Question. When is going to be you and DeVaré's collaboration?
All right. The business part of it has to be worked out, and it's also a feel thing. So knowing that you're in the presence of a legend, you be careful of how you bring certain things to the forefront. The time is going to present itself. The door will just open. You can't go there forcing it, because if you do that, you will actually flip the coin, and then now you're going to see the side that you don't want. Because it can easily be interpreted as you're trying to ride on his coattail.
Yeah, man, really tough. So what was one of the most defining and intriguing or enlightening moments for you, during this journey?
It's actually the one I mentioned before, when I discovered that I could write a song.
Okay.
I don't think anything has ever topped that, because in the presence of Steely before he passed away, that was my first ever real audition in a microphone booth. And bro, this is all you could hear like this. Listen. That was my knees. You understand? And I didn't even know that was Steely.
Wow.
I didn't even know. For sure, it was like all kind of things, butterflies. And I got over that, and I got to the point where they realized that I had my own thing, and they decided to, encourage me and work with me and all of that good stuff. And that was all great. But I think the biggest defining moment was when I discovered that I had something that I didn't know all along that I have. Because, you ever hear people say voices in your head and then equate it to craziness? For me, it isn't. It's this thing just comes when it does. Wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, it just comes. And here is this voice telling me, write down these words on this piece of paper or sing them according to this. And I get the melody and I get the lyrics at the same time. They come to me at the same time. And I have to lock them. If I don't lock them, I lose them. Right. You understand? And I'm going to give you an example. This may always a constant I sing, because there ain't nothing fake here, so I can always belt out my voice at any time. Right? Me in a traffic, brother. Traffic. When I come up over an overpass and see the traffic, I cuss, me start cuss. You understand? And as I calm myself down, realizing that my situation is mine, I got to own it. These are the words that come to me as soon as I roll back the sunroof, the sunroof, moonroof, the glass one. The moon was like sitting there. It was almost like I could reach up and pick it. You understand? And these are the words that come to me. Now, I want you to use these words and to judge whether or not I'm full of it or I'm being real honest with you. As I calm my mind down, this is what came to me. You are so beautiful, like the moon when it starts to glow. I'm glad you chose me, that's what I want you to know. Oh, girl, I'm so in love with that sparkle in your eyes that shine, yeah. So I'm gonna tell the world I'm happy that you're mine. Wonderful, that's what you are. Marvelous, spectacular. So like a beacon in the night, come guide this ship to shore, so we can cherish our love forevermore. Now you tell me, say me supposed to bex and I cause pay about than that come to me and tell me, say me rap.
Mad. Mad.
The process is crazy, especially when you when you it's almost like a superpower when you discover what you've been given.
Yes.
And the more that you like, I think it freaked me out the first time I heard myself do a 3-part harmony and they played it back for me, and I'm like,
bam, bam. That's what I'm talking about. That's it right there. Yes.
I'm like, that's me.
Yeah. Hold on, play that back again. Play that back, baby. Yeah.
And then I found myself like listening to my stuff like over and over again, like marveled, like sitting in my car hours a night, just like having my songs on repeat, like just not understanding that it was me. And then
it happens when you're outside of yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then when I started to venture into, performing now, and I seen a genuine reaction from people, I'm one of those artists that like I had rose to notoriety in the city and became like the go-to artist. So every show that came through the city, I was out the opening act for whoever the headliner was, and
precisely, I get it.
I became kind of like a household name. And this one particular time, and I also work at a hospital. I've been working at a hospital for like 25 years. So I'm at work with a broom in my hand, and this little girl and her mom are standing there, and they're like whispering, and they're like, so I kind of know that they're like talking about me. So I kind of draw nearer to them now, and the little girl is
look
like,
at you sneaking up.
The little girl is like, Mom, I'm gonna ask him. So I turn around and she says, "Are you Elfrika?"
Yeah.
And then no. She was like, "Did anybody ever tell you look exactly like Elfrika?"
Like, yeah, I get that one.
Yes. So I said, I get that a lot. And then,
yeah.
And then when I walked away, I'm like, girl. When they started to walk away, and she's like, kind of like, and her mom's like, "I told you that wasn't him."
I told you that's him. I told you that's him.
But then I'm like, no, I told them that it wasn't me. I said it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So when they walked away, I'm like, girl, if all the morning coming, and she turned around, mommy, I told you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I know the feeling. I get it. Like sometimes my brother, I have a brother he's the opposite of me. He's more like a serious, And we were at a car wash, and I had just performed for JCDC the night before, and this guy sees me. The car wash had a little bar, so we still drink to Heineken, and he come and he start talking, mash up the shoulders, and I'm like, I really, I'm just here to wash my car and have a drink with my brother, bro. I don't really want to talk about music. And I must have about John was star, and my brother had to rough him up. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel sorry for him because he just wouldn't stop. And it's like one of those things wherein when you're out in public, people recognize you and they don't believe, they can't believe, or you know what I mean? To say, yeah, man, oh, you mean nobody can favor nobody, someone, and and the whispers that if you could cock your ears a little closer, it's a fun thing to actually hear what they're saying. So that's why you see that part of what you said just now. I was dying laughing with you trying to inch up a little closer to see if you could,
Yeah, man. Like I said, boy, this particular interview is gonna require a continuation. I mean, it's your conversation. I mean, your
Yeah,
level of
man.
intellect, your music, like everything about the eye is just, it definitely trust
Yeah.
me, it was worth the time. It was worth, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. You know, I want to say something to you guys too, because it isn't a one-way street, right? The energy that we feel to allow us to do this and to do it in this manner, I actually want to see it live. Can you imagine the amount of high five and dancing and sitting while going to the studio? The thing about it, it's celebrate. It actually really is. It's celebrating life, and it's also for us to show the next generation that so we can live good.
Yeah, man.
We can. We don't have to kill one another, brother. We can live good, and I think it's a responsibility of us to show them, even if them not follow, we have to show them.
Yeah, man, and that is so funny that you would say that, because that's what this platform was put in place for, to change the current narrative. The pandemic gave us a lot of time to kind of sit back and reassess things, and the more I don't even watch television anymore. You know what I'm saying? And and I try to, like I said, paint a different narrative, and if it's even the ability to touch one person at a time, then it's fine.
Man.
Every single every single subscriber that we have on our YouTube channel is somebody that we reached out to. Like, there's no, like, okay, yo, everybody that's on our channel is somebody that one of our team members have come in contact with.
Understood.
What-
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Man,
man,
you notice the entire conversation, we connect things. You remember that song? I think it was the first song I'm singing for that. You know what I'm saying? You just actually just said the last verse of that song, and you were not aware because you haven't heard the song. I haven't released it. You understand? It's finished and it's ready, but I'm gonna wait until the right time, right? And you just said the last verse of that song, and you don't know the song. You've never heard that song. That is so amazing. That is the connection for people who don't understand. That is the connection, the serious connection we have musically, and as two men who serious about, like you say, create a platform. And a man was saying, look, man, I intend to change the narrative. I want to see our people living in a harmony. I am not a dreamer, so to speak, but I'm saying we can do our part to initiate the change. Because if all we do is sit down and do nothing, then it ain't never going to change, bro. You understand?
And you remain a part of the problem.
You know what I mean? Precisely.
If you stay complacent, if you turn a blind eye to it, then you might as well do whatever you see is being done. Take part.
Driver just as guilty as the man with the gun, you know?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, man. Yes, I am.
So, on the other side, we have Queen Kamala. This kind of like ran into. We're actually running over into her interview.
Yeah. Let me apologize. Let me actually apologize, because I've got a lot of respect for this woman and what she's doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of time, because I'm trying to do my thing. It's just a matter of time that I link up with her. And there's a staple in her thing called Steve Tuller. If he's around, big myself, Steve Tuller. But Queen Kamala, let me apologize for running over into your time. It wasn't intentional. And I want you to know, we don't ever really get to speak because you're doing your thing and I'm doing mine. But I've got tremendous respect for what you're doing, and I see your works. I tip my hat to you, lady. I absolutely do.
Right.
Love
and
that,
there you
love
have
that,
it,
love
DeVaré.
DeVaré.
Yeah, you have to forward back on the platform, you know.
Absolutely, not a problem, man. Just link John Kitchen, and John Kitchen will set it up. John Kitchen, I want to say, as we were coming into this, I was talking about this and saying, man, I don't know, but I'm glad I did it. Thank you. To all of the people on my team, we're running out of time, so I can't call names, but to all of the people on my team, to my family, and to these two men that you see sitting talking to me right here, right now, utmost respect. From shoes down to ground and all the way uptown. Respect to the max. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully what we're all doing in bits and pieces will make a profound change in this business and to the youths. that look
And I
up
want
to us as the
you
elders.
you for take your time
Yeah,
to
man.
spend
Thank
with
you, man. And
we.
thank you for the
Thank you
patience.
so much.
Thank you
Yeah,
for the
man.
patience that you
Appreciate it.
exhibited as on the early out. You know what I mean? But you know, it was a pleasure, DeVaré. It was,
Yes, sir.
and you know the crazy part about it before we close. John mentioned to me, he was like, "Yo, he's real precise. He does everything with precision. You and him have to talk first before you and him have to talk." And you know what? And you know what, DeVaré? I laughed. I laughed
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
you know why I laughed? Because the spirit, like
Yeah.
if you were someone like, all right, may I always have a statement when I say you have people who are born for do things and you have
Yeah.
people who want to do things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you're somebody who just want to do things,
It
this would
different.
not,
It
this would
can't.
not,
It can't.
right.
Yeah, the wavelength are right. The wavelength are right.
But I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm
No
saying
mistake,
if,
man.
if you're anything like the way John is describing you, I don't even want that phone call because it has to happen just like this.
Natural. There you go. All right. All right, my brothers. Yo, take care. And
Man,
quick
bless
come on up. Big up yourself. Don't
Yeah.
know. All right. Everybody on the live. Enough respect for your time. One love. Peace.
Sorry. Have
Respect,
to do it again.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. We're going to do this again. Absolutely.
Bless up.
Don't play it style again.
All right. Silly of you to think that you could ever test overall. We will kill you. Silly of you to think that you could ever test the overall. We will kill you. They're just some jump on. I know that over all of the done you in a cloud. What could it be in you that people see? What could it be? Oh, overall, oh,